brief recount on Tukwa Emong Harvest Festival of the Lotha Nagas, compiled by Engineer Y.B. Jamukuvang, and a compiled social. Introduction of Tukwa Emong. Like any other Naga tribes, the Lotha Nagas practiced headhunting in the early days. But after the arrival of Christianity, they give up this practice before the existence of Christianity into our land. The Kyungzi, the Lothas, worship the god of the earth and the god of the sky in the form of religious celebration. Festivals and feasts. The Lotha tribe is one of the major and predominant tribes in Nagaland. In those days, all the religious matters and cultural rituals and rites were performed under the leadership of the village priest, and the village administration was in the hands of the Dungdi and Chochang village administrators. Tukwa Emong and Bikuchak are the two main figures celebrated amidst much showiness and splendor of the Lotha Nagas. Tukwa Emong is a harvest festival celebrated by the Lotha Nagas with the harvest done and the granaries full. The people now take a respite from the toils and sweat and settle down to enjoy the fruits of one's hard labor. Tukwa Emong is celebrated at the end of the year and closes all the religious celebration of the year. The whole celebration takes about a month, meaning Hichak. Tukwa means feast, and Emong means holiday, whole on the appointed time, which means a feast holiday. The people rejuvenate themselves after a tremendous hard work on the fields and celebrate this post-harvest festival by making merry and rejoicing. This festival is associated with a bountiful harvesting of crops. It is also accompanied by folk dances and singing of folk songs. It is a festival enjoyed by both the young and old, praising and thanksgiving God for abundant blessings that has been received throughout the year. Tukwa Emong is also a celebration about brotherhood, forgiveness, and oneness. It is celebrated through sharing of food, drinks, narrating folklore, engaging in folk dances and folk songs, and having a grand community fest and showcasing all the tradition and culture of the Lotha Nagas. Also, exchanging of gifts between friends and family members are also practiced. When is it celebrated? Tukwa Emong is celebrated in the first week of November every year, and it stretches over the 9 days. Earlier, no particular date was fixed. However, in order to strengthen unity as well as to establish uniformity among the Lotha communities of different villages, the Lotha elders decided to celebrate it on a fixed date. Following this, Tukwa Emong is celebrated on 7th of November every year. Recently, Nagaland government has set a date on Nagaland government calendar as restricted holiday for the Lotha tribe on 6th and 7th November every year in order to facilitate the celebration of Lotha Tukwa Emong festival. Custom and rituals, Shikuniro, Osi Ekameri. A proclamation to start a festival to the villagers is done by the village priest. He goes from door to door of the village with a basket for the collection of edibles that may consist of unhacked rice from every house, and for this purpose, Yingay or eats accompany the priest. This collection is done prior to the festival as an offering to the Limha Bozo and Oyak Bozo. That means God of the earth and God of the sky. The priest takes a small quantity of the contribution, and after offering prayers, he put into the basket. It is a customary practice for the villagers to contribute liberally, as it is believed that more contribution facilitate more crops during harvest. A person is said to be invite a bad curse and expected to spend a bigger life is if reluctant to do such contribution. So none would dare to refuse contribution for fear of that. A fraction of the contribution is used to buy a pig, and rest is kept for making rice beer. With the help of a bimbo spear, a perforation is made on the pig's heart, and the abdomen is sliced open to interpret the prophecy, and the destiny or future of the village is declared by the priest formally after a deep assessment. The big is then cut into small portions and distributed to every house of the village. Before the commencement of the festival, if any strangers or visitors happen to be in the village, he is given two options. That is, either he leaves the village prior to sunset, or he had to stay in the village until the culmination of the festival. If he stays in the village, he is entitled to get a nice hospitality treatment by the villagers. Prayers are offered to the spirit of the people who died during the year. It is a customary practice for the whole family who lost their loved ones during the year to stay in the village till the last rituals are performed. During this festival, the entire villagers take part in the celebration. Every household have foods and drinks prepared for the feast. Friends, families, neighbors, and are invited to each other's house, and this continues for 9 days. The main features of the festival are community songs, dances, feasts, fun, and frolic. Everyone attired themselves in their beautiful traditional dresses and costumes according to their social status. There is an air of gaiety and light-heartedness everywhere, and gifts of food and drinks are exchanged during the festival. Among friends, the number of cooked meat given denotes the depth of friendship and ties. The wells of the village are cleaned, and houses are repaired as well. After the festival, marriages were arranged for the young couples who were engaged during the year. People expressed their feeling of enthusiasm and exhilaration within them through a feasting that is extravagantly grand in nature. People treat themselves as well as others to this grand and beautiful occasion, which is a perfect blend of religion, culture, and entertainment. It is a festival enjoyed by both the young and the old, praising the gods for their abundant blessings. Significance of Tukhu Emong. Tukhu Emong signifies the end of any bitterness and settlement of all problems. It is also a festival of gratitude, sharing, and reconciliation. But the most beautiful aspect of this festival is that past hostility, past differences are forgiven, and new ties are formed, and bonds of closer intimacy are formed among the family and friends. Conclusion, Takchi. A critical attribute of Tukhu Emong is that it is a time of showing peace, love, friendship, and forgiveness. On the pretext of this festival, people give and seek pardon for any past differences, conflicts, or bitterness. It is the festival of strengthening the relationship of brotherhood, families, and friends, and also seeks forgiveness to one another for any wrongdoings. It is also a festival of celebration and encouraging unity, not only among the Lotas, but also to create inter-tribal relationship and harmony among the Nagas. This festival is marked with feasting, merrymaking, drinking, playing games, dancing traditional dances of the ancestors, and singing folk song, narration of folklore passed down to our younger generation. Living in this 21st century, majority of the present generation are not aware of the rich culture, heritage culture, and traditions of our ancestors. Tukhu Emong plays a major and a significant role in keeping alive the tradition, culture, and identity of our ancestors for one generation to another. May this Tukhu Emong festival bring joy and happiness to each and every one of us, and also renew and strengthen the unity and brotherhood among our Lota communities in the days to come. Wish you all a very happy Tukhu Emong. God bless.